You know that moment when you're sitting at your kitchen table, bills spread out, coffee getting cold. You and your spouse both work full time. You make decent money. You did everything right. And somehow you're still thinking, wait, how is this possible? How are we making this much and still feeling behind? That question right there, that's the lie. My name is Xavier, and I spend way too much time thinking about money mechanics most people never slow down to question. If you like calm, slightly uncomfortable money conversations, subscribe. It helps the channel, and it tells me you're into this kind of thing. Because here's the thing. The biggest money lie middle-class families were taught is this. If you earn more, you'll be fine. Not rich, not wealthy, just fine. And that's not how the math works anymore. Let's break it down. Income is not wealth. That sounds obvious, but we don't live like we believe it. Let's say a household makes $120,000 a year. That sounds solid. What people think? We crossed 6 figures. We made it. What's actually happening? After taxes, payroll deductions, and healthcare, maybe you're bringing home $85,000. That's about $7,100 a month. Now subtract. $2,500 mortgage, $700 car payment, $300 car insurance, $600 groceries, $400 health insurance, $350 utilities, $200 phone plans, $150 subscriptions, $500 childcare. You're already at $5,700, and we haven't touched savings, repairs, vacations, or retirement. Income is the fuel. Wealth is what's left in the tank. The house was supposed to be the safe bet. Buy as much house as you can afford. That's what we were told. So, a family making $120,000 buys a $450,000 house. At 6.5% interest, that's roughly $2,800 a month with taxes and insurance. What people think. It's an investment. Real estate always goes up. What's actually happening? You're locking yourself into a 30-year obligation that eats 40% of your take-home pay. That's not an investment. That's an anchor. It's like strapping a weighted vest on and calling it cardio. Yes, houses can build wealth, but not if the payment suffocates your margin. Cars quietly drain middle-class families. 2 decent vehicles, $700 payment each, $1,400 a month. Insurance, another $300. Fuel, $400. Maintenance averaged out, $200. Run the math. $2,300 a month. That's $27,600 a year. Over 5 years, $138,000 on transportation. That's like using a blowtorch to light a cigarette. We normalized $1,000 car payments because that's just what cars cost now. What people think. It's reliable. We deserve something safe. What's actually happening? Transportation becomes your second mortgage. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like inflation. It feels like relief. You finally make more money, so you upgrade the apartment. You move to a safer neighborhood. You stop clipping coupons. You eat out more. None of that is reckless. But when everything upgrades at once, your fixed expenses harden. Here's a simple example. You get a $20,000 raise. After taxes, maybe that's $13,000 extra per year. About $1,080 per month. You upgrade. Bigger place, plus $600. Nicer car, plus $300. Better groceries, more dining, plus $250. That's $1,150. Your raise is gone. What people think. I make more, so I'm ahead. What's actually happening? You raised your burn rate. It's like filling a bigger bucket with the same leak at the bottom. Retirement was framed as automatic. Put 10% away and you'll be fine. Okay, let's say you make $120,000. 10% is $12,000 per year. But here's the catch. If your lifestyle costs $80,000 per year after tax, you need roughly $2 million invested to safely replace that income long term. Most middle-class families don't even get close. What people think. We're contributing. That's responsible. What's actually happening? You're saving, but not enough to offset the cost structure you built. The middle class earns too much to qualify for help, but not enough to absorb shocks. One HVAC replacement, $9,000. One medical emergency, $6,000 deductible. One job loss, 3 months without income. If your monthly expenses are $6,000 and you only have $15,000 in savings, that's 2.5 months. That's not stability. That's a countdown clock. What people think. We're doing okay. What's actually happening? You're stable until you're not. Debt is normalized as a lifestyle enhancer. Student loans, $400 a month. Credit cards, $300 minimum. Furniture financing, $150. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels manageable. But debt is future income already spent. It's like eating next week's groceries today and hoping you'll figure it out later. The math stacks quietly. Social comparison distorts reality. You see neighbours renovating, friends upgrading SUVs, vacations on Instagram. What people think. They must be ahead. What's actually happening? Many are financing the image. High income, high debt, low liquidity. Looking wealthy and being wealthy are not the same sport. Tax brackets trick people psychologically. You get a raise and think, I'm in a higher bracket now. Yes, but marginal tax rates don't erase your raise. What actually erases your raise is lifestyle inflation. Blaming taxes is easier than admitting we increased spending. The system rewards spenders more than savers. Credit card points, luxury financing, buy now, pay later, zero down. Everything is designed to pull future income into the present. Very little is designed to reward patience. The middle class was taught, work hard, earn more, upgrade responsibly, everything will compound. But here's the mechanism no one explained. If your fixed expenses rise at the same rate as your income, you never build margin. And margin is the whole game. Let's run one more full stack example. Household take home, $7,100 a month. Mortgage, $2,800. Cars total, $2,300. Groceries, $600. Utilities plus phones, $550. Insurance, health plus home, $600. Subscriptions plus random, $200. Debt payments, $500. That's $7,550. You're negative $450. So what happens? Credit cards float the gap. Savings stalls. Stress rises. And from the outside, you look middle class and stable. The lie wasn't work hard. The lie was income alone creates security. Security comes from margin, from liquidity, from optionality, from expenses that are lower than your capacity, not equal to it. So what's the real takeaway? Middle-class families weren't stupid. They were sold a formula that worked in a different cost environment. Today, the same behaviours produce tighter margins. So here's what actually works. 1. Keep housing under 30% of take-home, not gross. 2. Avoid car payments that exceed 10% of take-home combined. 3. When you get a raise, upgrade one thing, not your entire lifestyle. 4. Build 6 months of expenses before chasing investments. 5. Track your fixed expenses annually. If they rise faster than income, you're shrinking freedom. 6. Focus on net worth growth, not income growth. Because income can vanish, assets stay. Here's the mindset shift. Stop asking, how much do we make? Start asking, how much room do we have? The middle class wasn't betrayed by effort, it was betrayed by math. And once you see the math, you can't unsee it.